All right, ladies and gentlemen, Run Sports Broadcasting come to you from the International Training Center in Loudoun, Virginia. We are taking on the Ashburn Xtreme 16AA2 with a late Sunday night game versus the Loudoun Knights. These two teams have not met yet this year. Right now, big game for Ashburn with the win earlier today over Richmond, which gave them 2 points and vaulted them into the fourth place in CBHL standings uh, with games in hand on all of the other uh, teams, both above and below them. But Loudoun is one of those that's right on their heels. These two teams are meet tonight here, and then next weekend they meet in Ashburn, also another late night game, which will actually be at 9 p.m. But I'll be on Saturday. These two teams going at it. We are live. It is upcoming here shortly. Zam is on, and the teams are just about ready. So I think this is going to be a good competitive game based off of how games have gone for both of these teams here, and we shall see how it goes. All right, stick with us here on Run Sports Broadcasting. We'll be bringing this back to you once warm-ups start here in the next little bit. For those that are interested, at the halftime of the NFC Championship game, uh, the Detroit Lions have a 24-7 lead over the home team in San Francisco, the 49ers. The uh, I know this is a sore spot for some of the individuals that are playing or that are pulling for the Baltimore Stars, but um, they are are Baltimore Stars. I don't know why I said Baltimore Stars. So I know this is a sore spot for some of those that are pulling. We're pulling for the Ravens, but the Chiefs did come out on top today, and so they will be going to the Super Bowl, and they will be playing against the team from whichever wins this game will be playing on the 11th in the Super Bowl from Las Vegas. So it should be good to go, and hopefully we will have this game started shortly. Again, the Zam is on the ice, and then we'll have our 3 minute warm up, and we will be ready to go here from Ion International Training Center. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Road Sports Broadcasting bringing you this 16U late night hockey game on a Sunday night from Ion International Trading Center in Loudoun, Virginia. Today, your Ashburn Xtreme wearing their away Reds, playing against the Loudoun Knights in their home whites. These two teams not met yet this season, so this will be the first time they're seeing each other. Although you can get some comparisons from some of the other games both of these teams have played, common opponents, and I think this is going to be a close game. Both these teams, I believe Loudoun had a game earlier today, much like Ashburn did. Just to recap, Ashburn did take that back. Yes. So Loudoun played the other Ashburn 16AA team this morning, and now playing us this evening. So both of these teams had games earlier today. So fatigue for one versus the other should not be an issue. We look at this too, but when we look at common opponents, this should be a very close game, hard-fought game. And we hope to have a strong game here from both teams and keeping things clean. And hopefully we get out of here a little early if we can keep the game moving with very little interference. So stick with us here on Rud Sports Broadcasting. We'll be back with you. I know the camera angle is not the best to see the lines, but it's the best I could do based off of the layout of this arena. So stick with us on Road Sports Broadcasting. I'll be back with you. We got about a minute 39 remaining here in warm-ups, and then we'll be ready for some late night Sunday hockey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're about ready to get started. Ashburn going to start as they normally do with the line. They're going to have Cal out there with, looks like he's out there with Conchar and Ryan to start, so that's a little bit of a switch up. And then they've got Apostolescu and Van Benton at the D. And then starting in net for Ashburn is Scott Wells. Starting in net for Loudoun is Gavin Vanderland. He's out there with Judson. And that faceoff won by Cal. Now over to Van Benton as it gets back. Now sending it across, looking for Apostolescu. Up to Cal. Cal tries to push it in. He's checked up off the play. Now working their way through center. Coming through. Here comes Loudoun. Loudoun working in tight. They lose the puck, but then they get it right back now coming in. Trying to get a shot towards the net. That gets blocked out front by the defense. Now that's on. Saved by Wells. He gets it off to the corner. Now up it goes to Ryan on the feed from Conchar. He's checked off the play, though. And Vanderland's going to play it away for Loudoun. And now working their way out to center. They get it. Apostolescu recovers for Ashburn. Now across to Van Benton. Van Benton to Apostolescu. And turns it over. It gets sent behind the net. And then now Apostolescu with it here in the corner. Now behind the net, though, comes Loudoun. Loudoun sending it to the middle. Covered up by, well, not covered up, excuse me. Blocked away by Wells. Couldn't cover it up. So Loudoun still has the puck. Now finally it gets out, and here's a break. Partial break for Conchar. Conchar tries to step around, but he's ridden off the play. Now trying to center on front for Ryan. Couldn't quite get there. Now a shot towards the net. Saved by Vanderland. Now Conchar getting to it. He's battling with now Rutherford out front. Rutherford trying to pass it back for Sir Butzel, and the Loudoun player loses an edge. And that's probably a benefit because otherwise that wouldn't have gotten out very far. Now pushed back down deep by Dwyer, and now working their way out. Here comes Rutherford. Rutherford looking up. He finds Radaman. Radaman trying to send it through. Now Rutherford trying to get a shot off. It comes back to Sir Butzel. Shot towards the net. That goes high. It's over. It's loose. At the side of the net. Can't get it out. Rutherford looking to find it. And now Sir Butzel intercepts. Now to Leeds. Leeds takes a shot. That's gloved down by Vanderland. He'll hold on and we'll get a face-off to his right. 15:04 early on here in the second period. Still tied at 0. Rutherford in for this face-off. He's going to go up against Booz. And Rutherford wins that face-off forward. Now trying to get to it, though, as it's taken right back. And now working out. Blocked in front. Now intercepted by Leeds. And Rutherford taken down. No call coming, though. Now behind. Looking. Trying to break out is Loudoun. Loudoun looking up. It's sent down. He finds Taylor. Taylor can't get the shot off. Sorry, still working the camera from this angle, guys. Apologize for that. Now, up along the near side, far side boards, trying to get it out. Now behind the net, there's Taylor with it for Loudoun. Trying to get through. He's checked up off it by Radaman. Radaman with it. Radaman sending it up, finds Leeds. Leeds tips it in, no icing. Now Leeds gets it while they change their other forwards. Now centers for Feliciano. Shot blocked away by the defense and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up inside the Loudoun zone as it went off a defensive stick. For those watching at home or listening on another device, Ashburn is moving right to left in this first period across your device. Now Feliciano in for this face-off. He's facing off against Hayes. It's tied up. Hayes comes away with it. Sends it out. He finds his line mate. Now Hayes with it as he comes in and he dumps it down low. Dumping it in behind the net. That's Ferentz. Ferentz couldn't get it around, and now here comes Feliciano. Feliciano looking up. Wu waiting on Feliciano. Now in on the far side. He sidesteps the checker. Now behind the net and trying to clear. Finally, they do come out. Hayes gets it out to center, and it's picked up there by Ferentz. Ferentz bringing it in for Loudoun, and now behind looking Van Benton. Van Benton trying to send it out. It's turned over. Shots point blank saved by Wells on that turnover by Ashburn in their own zone. And now that's an indecisive penalty, I think. But I think there's a penalty upcoming on Loudoun. Yeah, it's going to be on Loudoun. Looks like that is number 88. That's Cameron Hayes. And he's going to the box for cross-checking. So Ashburn now with the power play early on in this game, still tied at 0. Face-off there taken by Cal. 1. Now back to Revich. Revich shot blocked out front. Now trying to get low. And I'm sorry, that wasn't Cal. That was Murphy that took that face-off. Now Loudoun gets it out. And now on a break, Taylor trying to get shot through. And he does get the shot off as he's harassed on shorthanded opportunity, but not able to get it past the netminder Scott Wells. Now pushed in by Aiden O'Neill. O'Neill sends it in. Now Loudoun trying to get out of the zone as they work around, sending it up. Revich can't hold the line, so he's just trying to hold it so everybody can clear the zone. Now Rubenstein dumping it in, trying to get it farther. Now he pushes it on, looking. He holds up, looks, sends it in front for Murphy. Murphy couldn't get the shot off. Now he tips it back, looking for O'Neill. O'Neill into the near side corner. O'Neill trying to get it. He walks out with it. He sends it up to Revich. Revich over to Van Benton. Nope, that's their Butzel. Shot towards the net. Saved by Vanderlyn. Now O'Neill back up to the point to Revich. Revich down low to O'Neill. Sending it across. Revich with a shot towards the net. That is gobbled up there by Vanderlyn. He's going to hold on, and we will get a face-off. And we will get a face-off coming up to his right. 12-11 remaining here in the first period. 48 seconds on the power play for Ashburn. Cal in for the face-off. He wins that, or he does not win that face-off. Excuse me, Loudoun won that face-off, but they're unable to clear as it's held in along the boards by Ryan. Now trying to set it behind the net, and it hits the side of the net instead. Now trying to step into it, and now Loudoun looking for a break. Almost got it, but not quite able to. And now here comes Alexander. Alexander coming in across the line, shorthanded, looking, can't get a shot off, and he's going to dump it around behind the net. And now here comes Ryan. Ryan setting it up. He's going to find Cal. Cal around one. He gets around another, and now down low into the corner, and now behind the net looking for Conchar. Conchar sending it down low, trying to get out. Ryan trying to keep the puck in. Now Conchar comes away with it. Shot towards the net. Goal! Scored by Casey Conchar on the assist. Power play goal. Casey Conchar from Chris Ryan, and Ashburn with the early 1-0 lead. Great puck movement there once they finally got it into the zone and were able to establish some movement behind for Ashburn. Now Rutherford in this faceoff. He is facing off against Lynn. Rutherford wins that faceoff back, but not far enough back where it can be taken. And now back comes Dixon with it in the corner, but it's taken by Ratterman. Ratterman gets it up for Leeds. Leeds trying to push his way in. Now Leeds into the zone. He gets it down low, working down low with it. Trying to get it centered. He cannot, but it's behind the net. Now to Rutherford. Rutherford shot. Block out front. And off to the corner. Now Dixon recovers for Loudoun. Loudoun behind. Now here's Leeds. Leeds sitting it in front, but it's covered up by Lind. And he'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to his right. 10:54 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. So Rutherford in for this face-off again. He's going up against Hayes. He wins that face-off back, and it's held in by Van Benton. Shot towards the net, and oh, that just went wide. Now Rutherford getting to it. Checks his player up. It's held in at the line by the defense. Now Ratterman behind the net, giving chase. Not able to get it out. Almost held in by Van Benton. Van Benton trying to send it up. And now the Postolescu gets to it in the corner. Trying to get through. Trying to get out. Rutherford sending it up. He sends it for Ratterman. That gets out. That's not going to make it for icing. And everybody's going to be able to change. Leeds trying to forecheck pressure so the rest of his forwards can change. Now working their way out. Coming out, Donovan misses it, but back it comes. Now Loudoun trying to break out. Held in by Feliciano. Now pushed on by Donovan. Donovan stick held. No call coming. And now finally sent out by Loudoun. They're going to send it all the way down. That's icing. And the faceoff will come all the way back down to the Loudoun Knights end. 10:02 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn still up 1-0. Now in for the faceoff. That's Feliciano. He wins it back. Revich with the shot towards the net. That goes wide. All right, so that's blocked out front and then goes wide. Now Feliciano with it. Feliciano trying to get through. Held in by Revich temporarily. Now picked up there by Donovan. Donovan working his way through. Sends it across for Feliciano. Feliciano shot. Goal! Feliciano! Goal! Scored! Assisted by Jonas Donovan, and we are up 2-0 here, Ashburn, early on in this game. So as I mentioned before, all of these points, very important. And of course, there's a lot of hockey left. So in this game, so Ashburn needing to keep the pressure on. Now that faceoff tied up. Wu trying to get to it, but he can't. Now working their way out. Coming across, that is sent around behind the net by Booze. He couldn't get it out. Now sent up, and now here comes Feliciano. He's got Wu with him. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. Wu trying to get to the puck. His stick is lifted. Now held down by Sterbutzel. And finally gets out to center. This is Martin coming in. He takes a shot. That's saved by Wells. He's got it. And his equipment, he just doesn't know where. Oh, and it fell back out right there. Sorry about the sorry, that was Golden that took that shot on Wells. Lynn in for the faceoff here. He's going up against O'Neill. Aiden O'Neill, that faceoff won by Lynn for Loudoun, and he sends it around behind. Now trying to get it back down low. Lynn being sent up, trying to feed to Rubenstein, but it doesn't quite get to him, and it's sent right back in by Loudoun. Now working their way across, trying to get up, trying to tip it out of the zone. Can't. Now down low, and it's going to get out, and Rubenstein coming away with it. He chips it over a stick, but able to send that one back, and now working their way up the zone. And that's sent all the way down. They were on the wrong side of center. That's icing, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Loudoun zone. 8:42 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn holding on to their 2-0 lead. O'Neill in for this face-off against Lynn. That's won by Lynn for Loudoun, but it's taken right back by Rubenstein. Puck went right to the middle, almost gets through, but not. Morris holds the line, sends a shot towards the net, saved by Vanderlyn. Another shot towards the net, saved by Vanderlyn. Now O'Neill with the shot, that's blocked out front by the defense. Now O'Neill sending it down low, finds Murphy. Now O'Neill to Murphy. Murphy sidesteps one checker, gets it in front for O'Neill. Puck is loose on the save by Vanderlyn. And now trying to send it out and get it out of the zone is O'Reilly. O'Reilly trying to get it in. He does get it in the zone, but now carried on by Taylor. Taylor with the shot. That's using your head. Scott Wells making the save with the mask. Now down low, trying to get it out. Can't. Shot towards the net. That's tipped up and out over the net. Trying to work his way out on the boards is Voltima, and it comes back. Now Wickelson trying to get it through. He looks for a shot towards the net, but that is tipped away by the defense. Now stolen there by that's Ryan. Ryan steals it, trying to get through center. He gets it down low, and it's sent around behind the net. Now looking forward, he's checked up off the play. Ryan trying to get it back up top. It's taken there by Van Benton. Van Benton holds the line. Now coming back with it, Williamson for Loudoun. He cuts across. That shot blocked out front by Van Benton, and it goes around behind the net. Now Cal trying to get it out front. Now a centering feed right in the middle, blocked out front, and it's and the Ashburn gets a break as he thought that Wells had it covered, lost sight of the puck, but the puck was loose at the side. So he lost sight of it before the puck went in the net. So that is no goal. So break for Ashburn on that one. Cowell in for the faceoff, won by Loudoun. Trying to go through now. Checked up off the play by Cowell. Now out to the point. Trying to get through. That gets around and to the other side. Now in the near side corner, Loudoun. Trying to work back. There's Alexander with the shot. Two big saves there by Wells. And now Ryan coming out. Ryan working his way down low, trying to get through Ryan. And now Williams Alexander coming up. He sends it up. He finds number 10. Number 10 is Judson. Judson spins off one, drops it off for Russo. Now behind the net. Now Rutherford gets to it. He sends it up. He's trying to find Leeds, but he couldn't break him. Now a shot towards the net. That gets sticked aside by Wells. Now working their way up. Leeds. Now Rutherford up to Leeds. Down to Rutherford in the middle. Rutherford tries to get a shot off, but he couldn't corral the puck. And now back comes Loudoun as they look to get it up. Now sending across Sterbutzel. Now to Rutherford. Rutherford checked up off the play. Now working middle. Trying to get through. Now dumped in by Loudoun, sent around behind the net. Sterbutzel. Oh, and he loses it right at the side of the net. He lost it at the side of the net. And it's put in by the Loudoun Knights. I believe that goal is going to go to number 41, Dwyer. And it is now 2-1 on a miscue by the defense. Lost it at the side of the net, and Wells just couldn't cover the puck because he thought it was going to the other side. All right, face-off. Feliciano ties his man up, but now Russo with it for Loudoun. Sends it over. Donovan trying to push it into the zone, and he does, and it's onside. Now he sends it around, looks behind the net. Wu trying to chase it down for Ashburn. Trying to keep it up, and it finally gets out to center. Now Russo giving chase. Oh, sorry, that's Booze. Booze giving chase. And now Boltima going to get it for Ashburn. Setting it up, looking for Donovan. Turned over, and now having to wait to get onside. Now sticks his way through, number 72. Golden. Now around to the near side corner as Morse tries to get it out, but it's held in at the line. Still held in by Loudoun. Finally does get out, and that's all the way down. That's going to be icing, and we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. 4:46 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 2-1 at the moment. Now face-off won by O'Neill. He sends it over for Van Benton. Van Bennett rings it around and gets it out to center, where it's picked up by Drilly. Driley sends it in. Now sending it off, looking for Hayes. Couldn't get to it. I'm sorry, that was Lynn. Now back to the point, Dixon. Now shot towards the net, covered up by Scott Wells. He'll hold on, and we will get a face-off to the right of the Ashburn net. Face-off there, won by Loudoun. They send it in deeper as Van Benton tries to send it up. Trying to send it out as Rubenstein, and now Murphy with it. Murphy's checked up off the play, and now looking around behind. O'Neill with it. O'Neill trying to cover it to send it around, and now there's a penalty upcoming. I don't know. I think the penalty is going to be on. So 71. It says 71. I'm going to say if it's 71, then that means it's going to be on O'Neill. So they're calling him for slashing. I didn't see the slash, not going to lie, but I'm also the referee's in a different position. Saw what he saw, so it is what it is. Ashburn going to have to clear it now, kill this penalty for 2 minutes. So Ryan won that faceoff, but they couldn't clear the zone. Now Revich trying to get to it, sends it out, and here comes Ryan. Ryan working his way back, shorthanded, just trying to waste time, maybe get an opportunity. Now to the middle, Conchar shot goes right through the crease, but obviously shorthanded, don't have everybody up at the front. Revich sends that one right back out to center as Loudoun having to regroup. Now dumping it off was Hilbert. Now that's lost. Now Conchar picking up the loose puck, coming to the net, shot towards the net. That goes wide. Conchar with it. Conchar in the corner. Now back working out. Here comes Hilbrecht. Hilbrecht sending it up. He finds Judson. Judson working wide. Judson working behind the net. He's checked up off the play by Butzel. Now behind the net. And that wraparound attempt does not work. It's held on to by Scott Wells. And we will get a face-off to the right of netminder Scott Wells. Now face-off won by Loudoun, trying to get it through. Now free and clear. Chun trying to get a shot off, cannot. Now to the middle. Shot. Nope, not a shot. He's going to pass it up as these passing lanes being covered by Ashburn. No shooting lanes. Boltima sends it up, trying to get it up for Cal. Cal trying to push the puck out of the zone. He loses his edge over in the near far side corner. Can't get it out just yet. Now it does get out, and they'll have to regroup. Will Loudoun. Loudoun dumps it in. Boltima giving chase. Morse giving chase. He sends it up, finding for Cal. Cal loses his edge. Can't get through, and now here it comes. The cross shot towards the net, saved by Wells, set behind, and now working his way up is Morse. Morse with speed, and he gets through, gets around one shot, goal! Scored by Scott Morse, unassisted, as he took that puck that was misplayed by Loudoun, and shorthanded break gets that one in, and it is 3-1. Ashburn. 4 seconds remaining on this penalty to Aiden O'Neill. 2:03 remaining in the first period. Ashburn up. Now Rutherford in for the faceoff. He wins that one back. Morse is going to take it, the goal scorer. Now sends around. Trying to send it in. Back down low. Now in the corner. Rutherford fishes it out, sends it up. He finds Leeds. Now to Ratterman. Ratterman looking, trying to send it up. He dumps it in. Leeds going to go ahead and give chase behind the net. Trying to hold the line, went right over the glove of Rutherford. He couldn't hold on to it. And now back it comes to Apostolescu. Apostolescu sending it across. Finds Boltima. Boltima sending it up. He finds Ratterman to Rutherford. Rutherford dumping it in. Now using his speed. Tries to get around. He does. Looking to the middle. Loses the puck in his skates. And gets pushed out by Loudoun. That's Golden with it. Golden trying to send it through. Rutherford trying to get to the puck. Checked off, though, there by Apostolescu. Now coming away with Rutherford. He sends it up for Ratterman, but it's intercepted. Now shot towards the direction of that, but it goes wide. Golden sending it back one, intercepted by Rutherford, and out to center it goes. And now Leeds giving chase. He's giving chase as they can't get it out of the zone, and that's tipped out. It does get out. Van Benken gets it. He sends it across for Apostolescu. Apostolescu was looking for Leeds with that pass, not realize he was going for the change, and that's icing, and a face-off coming all the way back down to the Ashburn end. 29.8 seconds remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 3-1. Now Feliciano in for this face-off. Feliciano wins that face-off back. It's picked up by Butzel behind his net as he goes to the other corner. Now sends it around to the far side corner for Rebic. Rebic couldn't handle it, and it's taken by Loudoun. Now Rebic picks up his stick. He had lost his stick on that exchange. He sends it around for Butzel. Butzel looking, sends it up for Wu. Wu now to Donovan. Donovan dumps it in. Feliciano going to give chase behind the net. Wu trying to get to it. It comes out front for Feliciano, and that shot at the buzzer saved by Vanderland, and that's how we will end the first period. Ashburn is up 3-1 after one. In that period, Ashburn 3 goals on 15 shots, 1 goal on 13 shots for Loudoun. And we'll be back with you here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting in about a minute. We're ready for the second period. All right, and we're back for the second period. Ashburn going to start with a little bit of a different lineup for the second period. They've got O'Neill at center. He's got Murphy and Rubenstein on his wings. Now Loudoun wins that faceoff, and they get it back out to center. Now working their way through. Here comes Loudoun, sending it down. That's Hayes. Hayes sending it down low, looking for Ferenz. Ferenz coming through. He sends it out front. It's loose and covered up, gobbled up. It's loose. I thought Wells had it, but it got poked free, and I think he probably did have it covered. But now O'Neill looking to get it out. Murphy sending it out of the zone, and back down it goes. And here comes Judson. He's coming wide, shot towards the net, saved by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to the left of the Ashburn net. Now Kyle in for this face-off. He wins that face-off, or sorry, Booz wins that face-off for Loudoun. And now here comes Apostolescu trying to get it out of the zone, trying to send it up, can't get it out just yet. Now Conchar trying to get the puck up the zone, can't get out. Now to the middle, trying to poke it on, and kept in at the line by Loudoun. Now looking to get a shot off, that gets into the equipment of Wells, and he'll hold on, and we'll get another face-off coming up to the left. Now Cal wins that face-off for Ashburn, but another shot comes to the middle. That's blocked away by Wells. And now Apostolescu working behind the net. As he works behind the net, up to Ryan. Ryan trying to get his way up, and he works his way out of the zone. Now here's Ryan. Ryan coming back. He's trying to get through three defenders by himself. Drops it off for Conchar. Conchar tries to send it through. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Didn't realize my camera flipped up on you guys. So down low, trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. So now it's a retrieve by Apostolescu as Ashburn will have to regroup. Now working his way up, Apostolescu. Alex Apostolescu over the blue line and in for Conchar. Conchar dumps that one down low and chased down by Ryan, but back comes Loudoun. Loudoun Knights working their way out. Ratterman giving pressure, and it gets dumped in, and they're going to say it was on the wrong side of center, so that's icing, and that'll bring the face-off back inside the Knights zone. Early on here in the second period, Ashburn up 3-1. Now Lee's going to take this face-off, trying to win it back, but it's won by Hayes as he sends it back around. Now trying to get it out of the zone, not able to hold the line with Strabutzel. Now sending it up, and that is offsides, and that's going to be all the way down. They're going to call that one intentional, and that will be a face-off inside the Ashburn zone. Now Rutherford's going to take this face-off. Rutherford wins that face-off back, gets it back for Strabutzel. Oh, sorry, that's Revich. Now sends around for Ratterman. Ratterman sends it up, trying to get down there before. Now Leeds has it. Leeds has a trailer. Trying to send it across for Rutherford. Rush shot. And not in the net. Saved by the netminder. Good feed by Leeds, but couldn't quite get it past the netminder as he slid over just in time. And we'll get a face-off coming up to the right of the Loudoun net. Now Leeds with that. That's won by Hayes. Wins that face-off. Rutherford tried to poke check it away, but it gets around him, and back it comes. Now down and across the line comes Dixon. Dixon centering it. No one there. Rutherford's looking to chase to it, trying to send it up. It's held in along the boards by Loudoun. That's Hayes. And tripped up was Hayes. No call coming. Probably should have been. Now Leeds coming in on a break. He's got an opportunity. Shot. Save. Another shot. Another save. Now trying to send it across. Looking to the middle. Rutherford. And somehow Vanderlinden makes another save. So Three really big saves by Vanderland to keep this one a 3-1 game, shutting down both Leeds, Ratterman, and Rutherford, who were buzzing at the net. Now Feliciano in for this faceoff for Ashburn. Sent back to the point. Voltima sends it in. That goes wide of the net. Now here's Wu. Wu looking to get it down low. He does. He finds. I can't see who that is. I think that's Feliciano. He's checked up off the play by Loudoun. One of the Loudoun players. Now here comes Feliciano behind the net. He's looking up top. Finds Morse. Morse looking. Shot towards the net. That goes over the net. And it's going to be picked up there by Ferenz, and he gets it out to center. That's dumped down and is picked up by Morris in his own zone, trying to get it out. He does get it out to center as Loudoun looks to regroup. Sitting around now for Renz. Ferenz had to hold up as he had a player enter the zone a little early. And now back it goes for Hayes. Hayes sends it back and resetting across. Now, missing it, there's Judon. Judon can't get through, and now finally it is taken back as Voltima picks it up. Voltima sending it up, tipped in by Donovan, but that's going to be offsides. Oh, I guess it's not offsides. I can't see that blue line, so apparently it was good. And now Loudoun, as Ashburn's changing, trying to get a breakout. They cannot. Murphy now pressuring behind the net. He's down low there. He's got O'Neal with him. Now sending it across for Voltima, but too far, and that's going to get out of the zone. And now Voltima sending it across. Looking up for Morse. Morse, it's tipped in by Rubenstein. Rubenstein giving chase. That sits around. Now down low. Trying to get through. Rubenstein misses his check. And now it's intercepted in front. Trying to get it through. O'Neal trying to get a shot off, but his stick was tied up. Legal play. Now back trying to get the puck across, but cannot. Now, hey, kept in by Van Benton, and now to Rubenstein. Rubenstein shoots one towards the net that's blocked away. Another shot, another loose puck, and it is sent all the way down the ice, and that will be icing, and we will get a face-off inside the Knights zone. 11:53 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 3-1. Now Cal in for this faceoff. Cal wins that faceoff back, gets it over for Conchar. Now Sterbutzel with a shot towards the net, goes wide, comes to the middle, but it's now broken out. And now Sterbutzel with it. Sterbutzel looking wide, sending it up, looking for Ryan. Ryan's got it. Ryan in across the line. Conchar with him. He drops it off for Cal. Cal with a shot. Oh, and he mishandles the puck, and it's picked up by Loudoun. Now back comes Dixon. Dixon dumping it in. I'm sorry, that's not Dixon. That was Ferenz. Or maybe that was Booze. Out it goes to center. That goes down. That's not going to be icing. And being picked up there by Alexander. Alexander putting on the brakes as he's watched there. Trying to dig it out of the corner. Finally sent all the way down. And that's going to be icing on Loudoun. And we will get another face-off back inside the Loudoun zone. Now Leeds in for this faceoff. He wins it back. Rutherford sending it down low to Leeds. And stopped up there by Loudoun. Now Rutherford trying to dig it out. Can't. Now to the middle. Now Ratterman comes away with it back behind the net. Now looking to try and get it out front. Can't, as it is picked up. And now Dixon going to work it out for Loudoun. He gets it up as he finds Taylor. Taylor couldn't get around Morse. And off to the corner it goes. Now Rutherford picks it up. He sends it around looking for Leeds. And it just misses as he rimmed it around. And so working their way through. And Rutherford loses his stick. And puck comes into the offensive zone for Loudoun. Now, Morse gets to it, trying to send it up, but it's kept in along the line by Loudoun. Now in the far side corner, working middle. trying to get through. That's blocked out front by Leeds. Leeds going to chase it down, and he kicks it on. He's got Radovan trailing, but he's going to take that shot. That's loose. Now Rutherford picking it up. Rutherford looking down low. He looks down low, and he dodges a check as he tries to get it to the middle, tries to get it to Radovan, but it's blocked away by the defense. Now picked up there by Wu. Wu with it, trying to get low. Rutherford picks it up, gets it to Radovan. That goes high up over the net, but it's gloved down as playing center field is Vanderland. He's going to hold on and get a face-off as he can feel the pressure coming from the Ashburn Xtreme. Now, face-off coming up to the left of the Knights zone, or Knights net. Feliciano in for the face-off. He wins that face-off back to Apostolescu. Shot towards the net. That went just wide. Now Van Benton trying to get it around. He pushes wide. Here comes Donovan. Donovan sending it back for Wu. Wu shot to the middle, but it's kept out by Vanderland. And now back comes Loudoun. Now in their own zone, trying to work their way out, though, is Donovan. Donovan can't get it out. Not yet, anyway. It's kept in along the line by Hilbrecht. Hilbrecht holds on to it. Now Ferens cross-checks an Ashburn player in the face. No call coming. Now working their way up, trying to get through. Now a shot towards the net. Now going to be picked up by Feliciano. Feliciano's got Wu with him. Wu holding up for Feliciano. Now shot towards the net. Saved by Vanderland. Now behind the net. Now Murphy picks it up. Sends it around to the other side. Van Benton going to get to it. Now working his way out. That's poke checked off the stick by, and there's a slash to Murphy for no reason. And now some unnecessary slashing going to, and now he's going to take them both because Feliciano had to retaliate. Unnecessary slash by Ferens causing that. So now it's going to be, they will both be in for 2 minutes and then a whistle. So at 6:32. So one of the things you can't do, they will always take to both of you if you retaliate. So they're putting up to 2 minutes for retaliation. No, they're not. So it's going to be 5-on-5. So 5-on-5. Face off there, won by O'Neill. It's sent up, trying to get it up for Rubenstein. Now Strabutzel sending it across. It's in the feet up to Murphy. Murphy sending it up. Here comes O'Neill. O'Neill sending it in. Now keeping it wide. Keeping it in the zone is Revich. And Murphy sending it back down low. So for everybody's understanding, the reason of the extra penalty is because Murphy was the one that got slashed after the whistle. He did not retaliate, but Feliciano was the one that came in as a third man, and that's why the extra penalty. Now Strabutzel with it. He sends it across for O'Neill. O'Neill gets it down low. Getting it down low, trying to keep it. It is held in by Revich. He sends a shot that's blocked away by the defense. Now O'Neill sending it to the middle. Murphy tried to hold on to it, couldn't, and now being sent out, but kept in by Murphy. Trying to work their way out. Here comes Loudoun. Loudoun working their way in across the blue line and sent down low. Now working loose, Revich. Revich working their way up, trying to get it through, but it's held in. Now a shot towards the net, saved, and the initial save saved by Wells. The rebound put in by Loudoun, and it is now 3-2. That goal, I think, is going to be boos from Golden. Now Cal in for this faceoff. Faceoff won, but picked up by Conchar. Now he gets it over for Ryan. Shot towards the net. It's loose. Shot. Goal. Josh Cal. So Ashburn gets it back right away as Venderlin made the initial save on Ryan and then was left the rebound out there, and Cal was able to pick it up and put it away. So it is 4-2 now, Ashburn. 7:14 remaining here in the second period. Cal back in for this faceoff. That faceoff won by Cal, but picked up there by Taylor for Loudoun as they work their way through. Up along the boards. Now working to the middle. Taylor, he sends a shot. That's saved by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to his left, I believe. Nope, his left. Now Cal in for the face-off. He wins that one back, but it's taken right back by Taylor. Now into the far side corner. Cal trying to get it out. He gets it around to Morse behind the net. Now working its way up. It's sent all the way down by Morse, and that'll be icing and a face-off coming up back inside the Ashburn zone to the right of netminder Scott Wells. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. Facing off against Hayes. Rutherford ties it up and then gets it over to Van Vinton, so he wins that face-off. Gets it up to Ratterman. Ratterman coming across, having a little trouble with it, and gets it into the zone as he's checked off. Looking wide. Now coming through, they send that pass through, but that's no icing. They're not going to call icing. I don't know why it wasn't icing. Ratterman gets it, sends it up for Rutherford, and Rutherford hit. Almost looked like a knee on knee. Luckily, it wasn't. Now Rutherford going to work his way through. He sends it up for Leeds. Leeds working through. Now to Ratterman. Ratterman shot towards the net. And now a little fisticuffs here at the side of the net. Net came off. I don't believe there are any penalties happening here, or maybe there is. And they're going to take number 14 and Rutherford. Rutherford going for roughing. And they're going to take Alexander for the retaliation. Rutherford, I think, pushed Alexander into the net as he was trying to go hard to the net. So still 5-on-5, but Rutherford now going to sit for the next couple minutes along with Alexander for Loudoun. Now Apostolescu. He wins that one up. Gets it back over. Sorry, not Apostolescu. Now a shot, and that did not go in. That shot from Apostolescu just hit off the crossbar, but it did not go in. Now Donovan giving chase. Now down low. Wu trying to get through. Now Apostolescu holding the zone. Gets it down low for O'Neill. I'm sorry, that's Feliciano. Now to Donovan. Now Wu with the shot towards the net. That gets sticked aside by the netminder. And out to center it goes. And Feliciano going to reset. He's being watched there, though, pretty handily by Moore. And now sending it across. Turning is Van Benton as Van Benton works his way out. Coming across the blue line. He's on sides there. He tries to drop it, but no one was there for him to drop it to. And now here comes a break. Break coming for Loudoun. Looking shot. That goes high over the net. Apostolescu loses the puck in the corner. Now sent around by Feliciano. That's not going to get out, though. That's held in at the line there by Russo. Now a shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Still Golden looking. Now Russo's shot blocked away from the net. And here comes Apostolescu. Apostolescu working his way through. He dumps it down, gets it into the zone, and line change is happening for Ashburn. Now setting it up, tipped in by Golden, so no icing, because it's tipped on the correct side of red. Now Revich with it. Revich sending it up. It's intercepted. Now trying to get it out of the zone. It does get out as Rubenstein gets it out of the zone. He's being being worked over a little bit by Driley as he tries to get through, but picked up by uh, picked up by. Sorry, I didn't see who that was. A shot. Oh, it was Murphy. Murphy had that shot that got put in and it was covered up by Vanderland, and we'll hold on for a faceoff. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long day. I told you earlier I only got 3 hours of sleep last night because of late night hockey game I was officiating. So uh, sorry about that. All right, here comes to the net. Looking behind the net, Rubenstein. Rubenstein out front, sticked away by Vanderland. Now working his way through. That pass misses everything. That's icing. And faceoff going to come up all the way back down to the Knights' end. 3:58 remaining. Rutherford and Alexander both out of the sin bin, so they will be available for play on their next shift if the coach so chooses. Now face-off, one back, and kept in by Butzel. Now Long trying to get it up to Dwyer. Dwyer gets it out to center for Loudoun. It's picked up there by Revich. He sends it up, trying to find O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get it out, and coming away with it is Taylor. Taylor drops it back for Dwyer, and puck is sent around. Now Revich getting to it. Revich sending it up, looking across, and sent up, and that's tipped into the zone. And Rubenstein almost with the break, couldn't quite get to it, and now working their way up. Here's sent out by Sterbutzel. Now up it goes to Rubenstein. Rubenstein's got O'Neill with him. He'll take the shot. Puck is loose, and he scores! O'Neill on the assist from Rubenstein. It is now 5-2 Ashburn with 3:08 remaining here in the period. And sorry about that. It's not 25-2. Now Kyle's line out for Ashburn. He'll be facing off against Golden. No, he will not. He will be facing off against Judson. And that is sent out by that faceoff is won by Cal. Now Ryan looking wide, takes a shot towards the net. That's saved by Vanderland off to the corner. And now to the middle it goes. Picked up by Cal. Cal with the shot towards the net. It's loose. Oh, and he couldn't quite get his stick on it, was Ryan. Otherwise, he would have had a goal. Now, Morse retrieving it as the puck can come all the way down to the Ashburn end. It's checked off his stick. He sends it around behind, looking for Bultima. Bultima fights his player off. Now Bultima sending it around, looking low, and up comes Conchar. Conchar working his way through. He dumps it in on net. That's going to be covered up by the netminder, Vanderland, and we'll get a face-off coming up to the left of the Knights' goal. 2:24 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 5-2. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. He's done taking penalties. He wins it back. Shot towards the net. And Rutherford and Russo taking that face-off. Their helmets got sorry, that was Judson. Rutherford and Judson's helmets got locked up together, which sometimes happens. So we'll get another face-off. It's always a dangerous situation when both players have their face masks get tied up on the tie-up at the face-off dot. Now Rutherford in for the face-off against Judson. He wins that back. Sends it across. Now Pasolescu sends it down low, but it's blocked away by the defense. Picked up by Rutherford. Rutherford looking, trying to get it across. He's going to dump it in. Leeds going to give chase now. Down low. Now Leeds with it, sending it in front for Ratterman. Now trying to send it down low. Rutherford over to Ratterman into the near side corner. Back to Apostolescu. Shot towards the net, but that's steered aside by Leeds. Kept in along the line by Van Benton. He sends it down low, and now back comes Loudoun. Loudoun coming in across. That's Ferens. Ferentz gets to it. And now Rutherford, and that is offsides as Golden couldn't get back on sides before it was brought in by Hilbrecht, and we will get a face-off just outside the Ashburn zone. 1:35 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 5-2. Now Feliciano in for face-off against Booze and wins that face-off back, but it's taken right back by Loudoun. Now Loudoun trying to get through, and they're resetting, and that is not going to be icing because they did. And it's turned over to Feliciano, and a shot and a goal. Give the assist to the netminder as he played that one out, and but it rolled off his stick and right to Feliciano, and he had an open net waiting for him, and that'll put Ashburn up 6-2 now. Face-off coming up at center. Booze. Feliciano. Feliciano wins that face-off for Ashburn. He sends it back over for Revich. Revich sending it up. Looking. That is tipped by the stick of Chun, so it is not icing. Kept in along the line by Donovan as he sends it down low. Now down low looking. That was Wu trying to get it up to Donovan, but it gets out to center. Now Revich gets it out and on. Almost offsides. Oh, they're going to call it a hand pass. It was either offsides or a hand pass, either way you want to call it. But either way, the faceoff going to come up outside the zone. They're going to say outside the Loudoun zone. That's not the right call because as an official, I can tell you that faceoff should not be there. It should be where the hand pass occurred as long as it was outside the zone. It should have been near to the Ashburn side, but we'll take it. So now overskated there by Hilbrecht, but now finally gets it out to Booze. Booze sends it across. Oh, that's Booze that's got it right now. But who was it that sent it to him? Oh, it was a Hayes. Hayes sent it to him. Now behind the net. Loudoun trying to get through, but now picked up by O'Neill as he tries to get it out of the zone. He can't. Now down low and out front it goes. Covered up. Nope. Now it's covered up by Wells. And he'll hold on, and we will get a face-off to his right. 22 seconds remaining here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to their 6-2 lead. Now Murphy in for this face-off. Murphy wins it. Back, picked up by Voltima. Voltima looking. He's going to send it up, looking for Rubenstein. It's tipped by Rubenstein, so no icing. And he's going to get it down low. Sends it in front. Oh, big save by Hildebrandt on O'Neill. O'Neill vying for his second goal. Now shot by Rubenstein. That gets sent wide of the net. Now down low, and that is the end of the second period. So after 2 periods, Ashburn up 6-2. In that period, Ashburn has 3 goals on 16 shots for a 2-period total of 31 shots on goal. Meanwhile, 7 shots on goal for Loudoun and 1 goal. They have a 2-period total of 20. So give us a second. We'll be right back here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting as we take our little intermission. So for those watching at home, but maybe not watching the NFC Championship game, San Francisco has just scored and opened up a 34-24 lead with 3 minutes left. All right, we're underway with the third period here. Ashburn moving right to left across your device. Van Benton with it. He's got it down low for Ryan. Ryan setting it up for Cowell. Cowell working his way through, coming into the near side corner. He's checked up off the puck. Now down low, Conchar giving him up. Now out front, looking. Puck is loose, and it gets pushed off to the corner. And now out comes Ryan, holds the line as Ferens tried to get it out of the zone. Now turned over in the middle, shot towards the net. Another shot. Oh, and he missed. Oh, and hit the post. Now Cal back to Van Benton. Van Benton floats it in. Now Conchar picking it up for Ashburn. Now down low, around behind the net. Netminder is without his net minding stick. He has a defenseman's stick right now, so if they hurry, they can probably catch him off guard. And not sure what the holdup there was by Conchar. Turned over to Conchar in the middle. He's checked up off the puck. Now back looking, runner for a shot. Oh, and just goes wide on the save by Vanderland. Now into the corner, Rutherford. He's being held as he's trying to push the puck along. Puck is coming loose. Now it comes loose to Ryan. Now down low. Sent up and kept in, not kept in by Van Benton. He couldn't hold the line. It gets out the center and they'll have to regroup. Now working his way in. Van Benton. Van Benton shoots it towards the net. That's sticked aside by the netminder and held in by Ryan. Now working his way across. Trying to sit it down, and it's tipped out to center. Still working across to Van Benton. Now sending it across to Ratterman. Ratterman working in. He's got a trailer. If he looks now to Rutherford, Rutherford couldn't get it as it hopped his stick because it was tipped by a defensive stick. Now getting around Booze, and now there's going to be a tripping penalty upcoming here on Revich. Revich tried to poke check that puck away and lost an edge, and as he did, that follow through of his stick tripped up the player for Loudoun that was breaking in. I believe that player was Ferens, and so we will get a it was Booze. It was Booze. So face-off coming up inside the Ashburn zone. Leads with the face-off, trying to get it through, looking across, and now trying Morse, locked up in front. Now in front, shot towards the net, taken by, sticked aside by Wells. Now Rutherford trying to get it out of the zone, still working it, and now here he comes. He's got Leeds with him. Now, and it's just out of his reach as it comes back down low. Leeds giving pressure though. Now set right back down. Not able to get through. Sent across. Sterbutzel watching, and is too many men on the ice for Loudoun, so they will take the too many men on the ice penalty and changing too early. And so with the too many men on the ice penalty, that will even things up. So there were definitely 6 players on the ice for the official had it right, and then he decided to not penalize the team. So it will still be a power play for Loudoun because they're not counting. But I counted 6 guys on the ice when he blew the whistle, so that is the right call. Now behind the net, Morse. Morse looking up. Oh, it turned over in the middle. Now a shot towards the net, but taken, not able to get it out. Now trying to push it out of the zone. On that side was Morse. Now turned over, shot, saved by Wells. Now out front, and finally sent out of the zone. Tried to send it in. That's going to come in on net, so no icing. Now sent up by Loudoun as they dump it back in. 38 seconds remaining on the penalty to Revich. Now being sent up, tipped by Donovan, but it's tipped on the wrong side of ice of red, so that's going to be icing, and the faceoff will come back inside the Ashburn zone. Now that faceoff won by Ashburn. Now working to the middle. Judson takes a shot that goes wide of the net. Picked up there by Donovan. Donovan sending it out. Held in at the line. Couldn't get away from it. Now Donovan with it with a possible break. He does have a trailer if he hurries to Wu, but Wu had cut to the other side and the pass went behind him. And now working their way in, but picked up. Wu getting it out of the zone. Wu coming across center into the offensive zone, shorthanded, drops it off, looking for Donovan. Oh no, that's Murphy. Murphy now sends it around down behind the net, trying to get through. Ashburn is back at full strength, and now here comes Hilbrecht. Hilbrecht working his way in. That's onside. Picked up by O'Neill. O'Neill working his way through. He's got Rubenstein with him, looking at the 2-on-1 shot, and that's blocked away by Vanderland as he was expecting that pass to come across. Now, sent out to center. Van Benton with it. Sends it across. Looks for Revich. Revich with it. Looking across now the ice for O'Neill. It gets into the zone. Working wide. Coming through. Sent across and out. And Lynn coming away with it. He gets it in the offensive zone for Loudoun. The Knights looking behind the net line. Lynn resetting to the point. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. And now working along the boards. Murphy trying to get it out of the zone. And it does not get out of the zone, but now it does as back comes Van Benton. Van Benton working across. He drops it for O'Neill, and he whiffs on the shot as the puck was rolling on him and keeps it down low. Now Murphy trying to send it down low, but it's sent back out by Dixon. Van Benton held up, picked up there by Lynn. Shot gets blocked away by Revich, and now around behind the net. Trying to get it out of the zone. It does get out. O'Neill, and that is offsides as there are 3 players from Loudoun in the zone when he dumped that thing in. It probably should be intentional, but it's not what they're going to call. So face-off going to be at center ice because that's where the offsides pass originated. We are down to 11:13 remaining in the game. Ashburn up 6-2. Cal in for the face-off. That's won back by Lynn for Loudoun, but taken right back, and now here comes Ryan. Ryan coming across, shot, save, and held on to by Vanderland. And Alexander pushes O'Neill. Sorry, not O'Neill. Ryan over the goaltender, and then they wanted a penalty. I don't know. That's not how it works. If anything, it would be a penalty on them. But now Cal in for this faceoff. Cal wins that faceoff over to Ryan. Back to Morris. Morris takes a shot towards the net. It gets tipped out front by Cal. Couldn't get it past the goalie, though, as it goes wide of the net. Now, finally sent out. Picked up there by Voltima. Picked up there dumped in there by Hayes. And now working their way out of the zone. It goes. Here comes Chun. Chun resetting with Alexander for Loudoun. Alexander looking up. Finds Booze. Booze sends it up. Now over to Dwyer. Dwyer checked off the puck. Shot towards the net there by, I believe that was Judson. And now working through. Hilbrecht's got it. Hilbrecht back on defense, trying to get it up into the zone. Sent in by Booze. That goes around and behind the net. Voltima's going to get there for Ashburn. He's sending it up, trying to find Conchar. No trailer, though, for Conchar. And now looking to send it up, Cal. Cal sends it in. Now down low. Voltima sends it around. Looking up. And held in at the line by Loudoun. And now down low it goes. And there's Morse checking his player up off the puck. Now Morse sends it around behind the net. Looking for somewhere to go with the puck. He's going to send it up. Tried to hit Rutherford in stride. But it just misses his stick. And goes all the way down, and that will be icing with a face-off coming up back to the right of the Ashburn net and netmender Scott Wells. 9:38 remaining here in the game. Ashburn up 6-2. Now Rutherford wins that face-off back. Now he comes away with it, and he's working his way out, trying to hit Leeds, and there's no icing. as it went through, looking to the middle. Ratterman, and he couldn't get the puck, and Leeds is hurt. Leeds is down, and they can't stop play until Ashburn touches it. And Leeds' helmet flew up and almost off, and I don't understand why there wasn't a penalty other than the fact that the ref may not have seen it because it did happen as the play was moving just away from that spot. So it's possible he didn't see it because we know officials are human too, and they've got a lot of things they're watching, and a lot of times you watch the stuff that happens behind the play. You have a tendency to miss it sometimes. Not always, just sometimes. All right. Van Benton coming across. Sent up to Donovan. Donovan working his way through center. Trying to get it to Wu. That's intercepted by Hilbrecht. Hilbrecht couldn't get around the defender, and Wu picks it up. But now, in comes Judson. Judson offsides as it was brought in by Golden, and the faceoff will be just outside the Ashburn zone. 8:53 remaining here in the game. Ashburn still holding on to the 6-2 lead. Now, face-off sent back, won by Judson. Now trying to send it back. Hilbrecht gets it up. And now working across, sending it up. Here comes Ryan. Ryan coming in across the line. He takes a shot. That's blocked out front. Trying to keep the play alive is Donovan. Donovan takes a shot that goes wide. Looking across. Sending it down center. Trying to get across. Can't. As it is tipped away by Judson, though. And now here comes Ferens. Ferens coming in with Golden. Ferens around one. Shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Rebound there, but picked up by the defense. And now sent up. And that is not as tipped by O'Neill, so no icing. Play will continue as O'Neill looks to try and do something with the puck. He tries to get it to Murphy, but it's intercepted, and back comes Taylor. Taylor coming. I'm sorry, that's Alexander. Alexander coming in, dropped off for Dixon, and held on to as he gets that one in on Wells. Wells will hold on, and we will get a face-off to the left of the Ashburn net. Down to 7:50 remaining here in the game. Ashburn still up by 4. Now, that's tipped out to center by Murphy. He's got O'Neill with him. O'Neill loses control of the puck, though, and it gets into the corner. Now back, stepping out, sitting out front for Murphy. Murphy couldn't quite get his stick on that puck, and it comes out to center. And across the line is Taylor. Taylor trying to center, cannot. Now another shot towards the net, taken by Loudoun, saved by Wells. And now O'Neill just going to dump it in, and he's going to dump it, but as wide of the net. And he was on the wrong side of center, so that means the faceoff will come out into the Ashburn end. Now face-off by Cal. Cal wins that, ties that face-off up and sends it over now to Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel sending it up, looks up, and around he comes. Here comes O'Neill, or Cal. Cal sending it down behind the net, looking. Now sent around and kept in by Sterbutzel. Shot towards the net, saved by Vanderland. And now Cal down low for Ryan. Now out front was trying to get it to, sorry, that was Conchar trying to get it to Ryan, but he could not. And back comes Loudoun. Booz tries to get around, but it's picked up by Revich. Revich's getting it up, and he finds Ryan wide, and he's checked up off the play. Now sending around. Look, working his way in is Hayes. Hayes drops it back, looking for Taylor. Sorry, that's Dwyer. Picked up by Conchar. Conchar resetting. Can't get it out of the zone, though. And now Revich. Now a shot towards the net that goes wide. Rutherford's giving chase. He pushes it up and gets it up to Ryan. Ryan trying to get it out. It's dumped back in by Loudoun, but they are offsides at the line, and we will get a face-off just outside the Ashburn end. 6:11 to play in this game. Ashburn still holding on 6-2. Now Rutherford is going to face off against Judson here. Rutherford wins that face-off clean back over to Voltima. Voltima sending it up and icing it for no apparent reason at all. And we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. Now Rutherford in for the face-off. He pushes that one forward, wins that face-off. He gets it to Ratterman, but it's taken back by Loudoun. Now Rutherford intercepting. Now to the middle. Rutherford harassing, and finally it gets out to center. Now Ratterman going. He's got Leeds with him. He's got Rutherford with him. Looking to the middle. Now sent back towards the net. Leeds. Now to Rutherford. Rutherford shot saved by Vanderlyn. Now Ratterman holds it. Now to Rutherford. Shot saved by Vanderlyn. And then the shot by Leeds is gobbled up by Vanderlyn. And we'll get a face-off to the right of the Loudoun net. Now Leeds going to take this face-off for Ashburn. Loudoun finishing their line change. Face-off won by Leeds. Leeds trying to send it. Rutherford trying to get it across for. Now that's big back check play there as they couldn't quite get it out as that was turned over on as the pass was intercepted from Rutherford. Now Ratterman sending it out. Leeds trying to get it down as it's back in the Loudoun zone. Now Leeds with it. Leeds looking, and puck is loose. Trying to get it out. Kept in by Voltima. Now Ratterman sending wide, looking, tries to get a shot off, can't. Now to Rutherford. Rutherford trying to take the shot. That's saved by Vanderlyn. Another shot by Rutherford. Puck is loose. Puck is still loose. Puck is loose. And Rutherford resets it back to Morse. Oh, but he can't hold the puck, and it gets out of the zone. They had the goaltender down and out. Now sending it across Morse. Having a little bit of trouble here late in this period. And now Ashburn just going to dump it in. And Loudoun going to regroup and try to get their way out. Now sent through. Dumped right back in on that by Ashburn. But Loudoun gets it out. Now it's sent right back in. And it's offsides at the line. So we will get a face-off back to just outside the Loudoun zone. For those interested, the game is now a final from San Francisco. San Francisco 49ers going on to play the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl in Vegas this year. That icing call as Alexander sent it all around as he missed all the way down as he missed the person he was trying to pass it to. Now face off to the right of the Loudoun net. Shot by Van Benton, saved by Vanderlyn, and now into the corner. Now Donovan resetting to Apostolescu. Apostolescu with it. Shot towards the net and in the zone. That's tipped out front. I believe tipped out front by. I think that was tipped out front by Donovan, maybe. And so that goal will be Donovan from Apostolescu, and it is now 7-2. And with a 5-goal lead, I believe this goes to running time, and it does. So we are down to 3:50 remaining here in the game. We are at running time now. Murphy in for this face-off for Ashburn. Murphy ties up his man in front, trying to get it out of the zone, or trying to get out of the face-off dot, out of the neutral zone. Now, Apostolescu around behind his net, looking up, trying to get through. Rubenstein sends it up. He finds Murphy. Murphy to O'Neill. O'Neill vying for the hat trick. Can't get it past, though, and around comes Ferens trying to get it out for Loudoun. He does get it out, but it's recovered by Van Benton. Van Benton sends it over for Apostolescu. Now up it goes. Looking middle, trying to get it out. Now Murphy fighting with O'Neill on the, not fighting with O'Neill, trying to help O'Neill get the puck out as it's up along the boards, and it finally comes away to Golden. Golden spins off, tries to center it, can't get it to Judson. Judson does have it now, though. We're looking around behind the net, tries to center for Golden. It's sticked away by the defense, and now it comes out. Looking across to Rubenstein. Rubenstein dumps it in. He looks low, trying to get to it here. Now Rubenstein dumps it back around the other side, trying to get out of here. It's kept in. Now Murphy sending it down low. Puck squeaks out, and it's dumped back into their own zone as they regroup it by Loudoun. Now trying to get across. Here's Alexander. Alexander tipped up. Ryan with it. Now Murphy trying to get it over to Ryan. Now O'Neill comes through. He's hooked up, but they're not going to call that. They're only going to call aggression fouls at this point in the game. Now looking their way up, coming through. Here comes Taylor, but he loses it, and it's hit right back out of the zone. Now Ryan. Ryan with it. Up for Cal. And back comes Dwyer. Dwyer sending it in. It's blocked away by the defense. Sent around behind the net. And here's Cal. Cal finds Conchar. Conchar's in by himself. Coming in. Shoot. And off the crossbar. And continuing to work their way across. Here's Taylor. Taylor coming in. Looking. Dumps it in. Behind the net. Revich trying to get to it. Picked up by Booze. Booze gets to it. Now Revich gets it. And now a penalty being called. The penalty is coming up against Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel is going to have 2 minutes for interference, and that will do it. We have about 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining when they restart this clock for the 2-minute penalty. Now behind the face-off won by Loudoun. Now across, Chun. Chun holds the line. And now dumps it back down low. Taylor behind the net, looking for it. But it's held up there by Cal. Now back to the middle. And now working his way up. And now Conchar going to try this again. He sidesteps one, but it's sent in on net by his own net, by his own defenseman. So face off going to be come to the right of the Loudoun net. Excuse me, left of the Loudoun net. But we have 25 seconds left, so I don't think they're inclined to drop this puck if they don't have to. Ashburn taking their sweet time getting inside the zone and looking to run down the clock. 14 seconds. They're going to drop it anyway. That puck dropped. Now Rutherford's with the shot. It goes just over the net. And now working their way out. That's dumped back around, and that'll do it. That is the end of the game. Ashburn wins this one 7-2 in decisive fashion, and they bring themselves 2 more points and puts themselves tied for third now in the CBHL standings, I believe, or they may have actually jumped Reston Silver because they have won the head-to-head matchup with Reston Silver. So that puts them in third place all by themselves now, as they have 3 games coming up next weekend. So next weekend, Ashburn will be playing. I can give you the schedule in 1 second, just waiting for it to come up. So next weekend, Saturday, 11 o'clock from Piney Orchard, Ashburn will be playing the Maryland Junior Black Bears, who they lost in the last 30 seconds to last time they met. Then that evening, Saturday evening from Ashburn, Ashburn will be taking on these same Loudoun Knights at 9 p.m. At least it's a Saturday night and not a Sunday night. And then early on Sunday morning at 9:30, Ashburn will be hosting the Howard Huskies, who they skated to a tie with up in Columbia a couple weeks back. So, and then after that, they only have 1 more game, and then wherever they fall for the standings, because the playoffs will be the weekend of the 24th and 25th, right there at the Ashburn Ice House. So thank you for tuning in. thank you for staying up with us late. I will be getting home late tonight and up early for work. So, um, good night from the Ion International Sports Center. This is Rud Sports Broadcasting telling you stay safe, take care of one another, and signing off.